Leo. Can't nothing phase you. I feel like you've had a good season, but I feel after so much hype, right? Because I was sensing this really, really intense hype for you for the past couple of times I've read for you. And I was, I've been congratulating you since like what, Cancer season? Like your birthday month wasn't even here, but it was such a high and a anticipation for it. And then now you're here, and it's like you just kind of was like, well, I got what I needed. I got what I came for, and kind of took a step back. And it wasn't, it wasn't to say that, I keep saying, it wasn't to, it's not to say, like, what people don't understand, you're really humble though. You're really just proud of what you're able to do, what you have done, and what you're capable of. And like any other human being should have a sense of integrity and be proud about what they're doing. You do so unapologetically, and I think it ruffles a lot of people's feathers because they may be a little conscious or conscientious or self-conscious rather about what it is people see of them. So even still, shit, J-Lo just got back with Ben Affleck. She was with A-Rod. She was with Mark Anthony twice. Listen, love is at the bottom. Don't let nobody make you feel bad about any of your decisions. Chill, right? Your R&B song for this time period is On and On by Erykah Badu. Pharoah Monch, Andre 3000, and there's another young man she had children by. Do you think that she's called a hoe? No. Do you think she accepts that? Fuck no. It goes on and on and on. But also the song itself is depicting the importance of who we are and what we came here to do. And if you're doing that, baby, you just do your thing. If it's not your sun sign and it's another placement in your chart, allow the Leo energy to guide you confidently towards what it is you're supposed to be doing. Don't let shit stop you. As it relates to romance, I forgot about this one. As it relates to romance, I really feel like they're going to have to understand you that they don't stop the show. Ooh, you can't even see me. No, my forehead's greasy. They don't stop the show. Okay? The show must go on. So if they're not beside you, if they're not around you, if they're not entrenched in this, if you know what I'm saying, you're still going to have to perform. You're still going to have to do what you got to do. And it's interdependent of them that you have to do these things. It's not because of them that you have to do these things. Love is a focal point, true. But this financial discipline card, to me, talks about the heart chakra in its lower and higher octaves. And because what we're spending our time on, what we're spending money on, what we're spending energy on is all financial. It's all considered currency. It's all considered to cost us something or to pay us something because we're paying attention to it. Let's break down the linguistics. Now, if you want to, we can do this shit. So the financial discipline here is being, you're not being frugal, you're not being stingy, but you're being reserved. Only because you know what it's worth. And it's like, well, I got a 20 in my pocket. I don't have to keep spending on my $2 bills. These are far more rarer than this dub that, I can get many more of. So there's a sense here of when it comes to love, there is a discipline that you've implemented and had to give yourself because love has transformed the way, like from the beginning, where you were on and on, real rugged, real, just in the flesh type of energy to where Erykah has ascended to now. It's still that same unapologetic nature. It's still that same originality and performance. It's still, but it's because of the discipline, though, what she spent her time on, what she spent her energy on, regardless of what people have ever been able to say about her. One thing they could never say was that she was um, just irrational and just giving, all willy-nilly, or being stingy or whatever. She's always had this reservation about herself, and it's always been in a classy ass manner. Even though she's a Pisces, I feel Aquarian energy here. It's something about it is otherworldly. Oh my God. 66 healing. I like it. I like it a lot. Because love is something that is healing. And, I mean, there's six and six here. And I feel like you're starting to differentiate the density. What holds you down, holds you back, versus what uplifts you. So you're able to break down the vibration, because 3 6 is 18. It's a 9. It's always going to bring you to an end of something, always bringing you to the end or some, of something. It runs its course. It gets to that point. It vibrates at the ending, at the Aquarian, really, at the Aquarian energy of that 9, humanitarian altruism and whatnot. But as a 66, 6 plus 6 is 12. That's more the hangman energy, but there is an expanse that happens when you're in the mode of healing. So if you can separate the love from the healing and handle them separately, like, you can still use the vibration of 6 to love, to administer love, to give love in a disciplined manner. And the healing itself is still taking place. You know what I'm saying? But it's not because you're always going to be in a state of healing. Always. The healing never stops. Okay? There's always something to be healed. So to feel like you can't be in love or find love until you're done healing is doing yourself a disservice and almost diminishing what your love is capable of doing. So you may, like I said, you may still be minding your own business and doing your thing or whatever. Nobody really knows your life. Nobody knows what you're really going through, and you are reserved with that, because this 48 is a energy of the hangman as well. It's the 12. Okay, at the bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles. We have the 10 of Wands. This card is up face down, and it is the Empress. Okay. This card face down is the 7 of Cups. This card face down is the Emperor. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Because these cards were face down, I'm going to move them here. I'm going to read them together. But this is what I could not see. When I see cards that are face down, I know I've probably told y'all before, I'm going to say it again. So listen anyway. Please and thank you. When the cards are face down, it's something subconscious. It's something that you're not expecting. It's something that you don't know. It's something that I don't know. I'm not privy to until I flip them over. So I keep them face down. I don't just flip them as I see them like that, because I want it to also be an element of surprise to you, and to bring it all together the way that I can read a situation here and then see those cards face down and keep reading. And if they relate to what I'm saying, I'm doing what the fuck I'm supposed to do. This to me is that never losing vision, never losing sight of what love means to you. You or another person, right? This could be a person that you are involved with, a person you have previously been involved with, because J-Lo did come up here. And she reinvigorated and renewed a love that she had that at one point was burdensome, but also at one point wasn't ripe in its full stage of maturation, which would be more so the King of Pentacles type of energy. So, and that financial discipline is playing in here with this King of Pentacles. So just because a person has already been in your periphery and you've already engaged with them in a certain way, you have to understand the reason why it was so hard. The pear, whatever it was, the peach, the pear, the plum, was as hard as it was is because it was not ripe. And therefore it was a bitter experience. But if you can separate the love you feel from for a person and the experience you went through, heal the experience, keep the love separate, okay? Because you don't want to tamper with the love itself. Once it's created, you don't want to be the one to try to heal over it and try to plow through it, because it can't be destroyed. So you'll do more damage trying to pretend that it doesn't matter, or that it doesn't affect you, when it really does. It did weigh. It did weigh. So you have a chance to rekindle something here, I do feel, because these are two flames here on this card. I haven't spoken about twin flames at all in any of these readings, but there's two flames here at the bottom on either side of that cup, and there's a turtle. It's relevant. It's slow but sure. King of Pentacles is gonna be slow anyway, slow moving ass, unless he's got some fire under his ass. You know what I'm saying? So, and man, let me get one for this 10 of Wands, and they give me two. 5 of Wands and the Hermit. This is where you do the, clearing. This is where you separate and sort through what is what. Okay? Because you're going to be looking at this, and in order to have the healing experience and keep the love active and keep your heart chakra open. And this is still, even though it's blue, and I'm talking about love, it's like, it's relevant because it's talking about love and healing, which would align with the pink and the green of, the emerald is related to Raphael, and the heart chakra and the healing is a very holistic, and of course it's holistic, but he's a healing type of angel. The influence that emerald hue is of the heart chakra, but that pink as well, it does have the resonance of love, and it relates to the heart. But the blue itself is here at the throat chakra, and being able to speak in it, being able to speak about it, being able to be open. Because these sixes do, on singularly, the 6 is harmony. The 6 is hearth and home. It is a number of comfort. So you always want to make sure that you're comfortable still exercising your love muscles while you're still exercising your healing muscles, because it's going to take you, internally, it's going to take you double time using that energy. That's why 6 is doubled here. It's going to use that energy double time to do the healing and repair process, and then during your waking moments when you're using the love. And this is just how you're utilizing the carbon frequencies on this 3D earth or whatnot. So you're separating it so it's not so heavy and so dense, like your love and your healing being tied up together and holding up the progress. Because you're not in a love situation, or you're not exercising your love, the healing takes a whole lot longer. And because you can't heal properly, you don't feel comfortable enough to go ahead and expand in the love. And it's like, no, you have to separate the two. You have to put some of these motherfuckers in the corner and separate this 5 of Wands. So there's no internal conflict when it comes to this Hermit energy, really looking at these things. You have to understand what is, what you're really looking at. You're not healing your love itself. You're healing the effects of a situation or a circumstance. I don't even feel like it has anything to do with a breakup, honestly. It could just be where you are in life is no longer, like where you are now is different than where you were. And it's kind of healing that energy here is that 6 of Swords. It is giving that you're moving out of a time of conflictual type of energy. Maybe just now you're using or learning how to utilize this type of compartmentalizing. Okay, rough shit over there, smooth shit over here. I can use my love in this area. I can still be my badass self in this area, but this is gonna need some work, and it's gonna need focused attention with the Hermit. It's good to understand those two different things and kind of reconciling it with yourself and being the one in charge to call the shots to make it happen, because you don't want to be in a situation like this because one affecting the other in a negative way. Because I feel like it may start to affect your finances if you're not careful. Let me get a final message for you, Leo. I said final and they give me two. We have the Three of Cups underneath here. So drink, be merry, with responsibility, of course, and do not drink and drive. And that's the thing. You may be open to the friendships and the connections and stuff, but you may not be in a moment of seeking. So you can share your love in this Three of Cups type of way with your friends, close friends, and family. You got somebody trying to message you. Maybe they're inviting you out. Okay, but keep it cordial. Keep it sweet. Keep it social. Okay? Because you're still in a state of repair. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's finances that you're repairing, you can have one drink. You can't have four. You can't have three. Like, you may have enough for these because you came in here with a set budget and you're disciplined and you're like, okay, if I have over my limit, it's going to be swimming pools, Kendrick Lamar in this motherfucker. And you're not really trying to take it there. So this is you self-governing. You being, a guide of yourself. And, this is how we're going to move. This is how I'm going to do this. Because I want to enjoy myself and experience that love of excitement and celebration and coming together. But I also know that there are things I'm still healing. So I'm going to do shit in moderation as to not deplete my inner resources or physical, tangible, financial resources. Leo, you're showing up as the fucking Empress, male or female. I understand why people want to be around you. I understand. But there's something like home is where the heart is, or something hit close to home, or is you're healing something that hits close to home. The two tens I see on the board are 10 of Wands and 10 of Pentacles. So it's definitely a foundational number. It's definitely putting that cap on top of the foundation, which really is done. It's just a finishing touch. You're well on your way, but there's a part of you that had to be taken to the place of healing. It's like you had to be chauffeured there. You and your inner child. This is you, and it's like you're still doing repair work. You got this coming in, but if relationships have been an issue or something to that effect, right? If you have needed to, there's something you needed to see about what makes you uneasy about commitment or relationship, or where it always starts to get burdensome or problematic, because this Five of Wands is halfway to the 10 of Wands. So before you get back into a position like this, you're going to have to confront this, because this is halfway there. And if not for this 5 foundational, the 5 is a building block. This is why you have to confer with yourself and really put yourself in check, and do that with the financial discipline, with the heart discipline, with the enjoyment discipline. There's certain things that you're not being allowed to spend and expel your resources, not emotionally and socially. 3, 4, 5, 6, like there's sequential happenings here. What I do not see here is the 8, which is the number of power for you. It's here with this discipline though. That's the higher octave of the heart chakra. This is where, did I tell y'all already? You gotta tell somebody else. Masculine heart chakra, feminine heart chakra. You have 4 chambers to the heart. So I'm just, atriums and ventricles. Come on. I'm a pharmacy technician, so let's get with it. So you have the masculine heart center, the feminine heart center, the lower heart chakra, and the higher heart chakra. The lower heart chakra is going to be that green energy, but the rose quartz would more align with the higher octave of love, because this is where you getting that ooh, good feeling and that abundance and that, that Empress type of shit. That's where you're getting that. The lower octave of the heart chakra is where you're doing the healing and you're in a state of reparation, not repairing. Could be reparation shit. It could finally be paying off the work that you've been doing, healing this heart chakra. Because this is Emperor and Empress sitting here. And what's sitting between them is the Seven of Cups. And I feel like at one point I don't think you could have imagined it would actually go far because of the experience you've had with others or had with them. And you could still sense that, maybe it may be too stressful or it may seem burdensome, or even the flack that you may get from others may be burdensome. But there was something about it. It was bitter when you tasted it the first time. But you recognized something in this person that made them this emperor to you, or made you the empress to them. And it's something worth looking back into. So even then, it would be two people moving towards, and that little minion, minion. It could be a kid. It very well could be a kid, or having to do with youth in general, even if there's more than one. But I mean, because I see a kid here, but it gets these two people to a place where stability resides. Not necessarily their Ten of Pentacles, but because they can come together. And I don't usually see this card in a spirituality, but even in religion, there has an involvement of spirit. So there's different ways that people access spirit anyway, or access guidance, or access messengers of the divine, the Lord, Christ, Jesus, Mother Mary, Buddha, Allah, whomever, right? They still have where two people are. They don't even have to worship the same or believe in the same thing, but the basic principles by which they live their life are valued equally to the both of them. And they're going to be put in the vicinity of people who share those types of values. They're going to witness more couples that do have their things together, and they're going to learn from the pitfalls of those others. And while they were together, when they were separate, when they get back together, they'll have a better sense of what is necessary, because this is lineage in this card. So they could be looking at their parents and seeing what works and what didn't work. Or they could be looking at other people like grandparents, aunt and uncle. Excuse me. They could be looking at the coworker that's been married for 40 years and still coming in there excited, like, I got a date with my wife later on. Like, there is certain things that they're finding. Well, damn. Okay. How do you keep it still fresh after all this time? Or, what happens when you get into an argument? So there's certain gems that you're going to be learning here. There's certain things that you're going to be being brought into the fold about. This financial discipline card is also giving me people have savvy business advice for you that tell you how to maximize your your portfolio. I have nothing to do with. I'm not a financial advisor. This ain't that, and that ain't this. But this Ten of Pentacles is everything. It's like it does give this a sense of structure, and it's like knowing that these types of things are glue to something that needs to be held together. I feel like it's a good thing that both of you still remained in this Seven of Cups energy, because one person saw the bitterness, like, damn, I gave this to them prematurely. I wasn't really ready to begin with. And this other person was like, damn, this shit was like rugged and it was like burdensome at the same time. And I feel like I may have come on too strong, or it could have been too fucking heavy. So each person is assessing what they're doing in a situation more so than what the other person is doing. This masculine is looking at himself, giving her some shit that ain't ripe yet. And this woman is looking at how much weight she has put on him. So they're not faulting each other. They're looking at themselves, and they're really doing the inner work in order to even bring this shit together. So this could be a couple that's still together. This could be a couple that's getting back together, or this could be um someone you meet while you're in the vibration of love and you're still actively healing. You could still meet this person, and they allow you to be your social self and your kind self and cordial self, and don't expect you to keep, you know what I'm saying? I don't think they're putting on the expectation of you to be in this position. And that may be something that you're knowing that you're knowingly not ready for, right? So 4 cups is coming up because this is something you know about yourself. I can chill with these 3 cups, but bring me another cup though, it's gonna be a problem, because that's not where I'm at. That's okay. At least you know. You know what I'm saying? So it could even be the Empress, looking at what makes them tick, or what bothers them, or what their triggers are with this Five of Wands. What gets under her skin? What rattles her cages? You know what I'm saying? So that there's no, like, if she knows her triggers and she knows these things about herself, and really getting to the bottom of it, it won't be something that you'll just be at fault for doing. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a clear understanding of yourself in order to tolerate somebody else. Because shit, this 10 of Pentacles, like, could you really live with this for 10 plus years or generations? You know what I'm saying? But I like this though. I like this for you, Leo, because it's not so lovey-dovey. It really is about you, but it's also you allowing another person to like, there's no, you're not taking anything personal, but you're doing some very personal shit. And it's not selfish, it's not self-centered, it's not so, it's self-serving, but it serves a greater purpose. And you're doing so in a very balanced way, and I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. This King of Pentacles, though, what's underneath him? Knight of Wands, Ace of Wands. I think that's what is being held off with. That 4 cups. It's like, it's like if you have one more drink or one too many, you know what your limit is. So you know when things go overboard, or over a certain boundary of your own doing, things don't turn out well for you. It's like, when things are done in excess and when they go too far. And that's something that you have been actively working on with this financial discipline, this healing, and this love. Excuse me. I'm very proud of you for it. It's not even easy, but it's not the hardest thing to do either. It's just that people don't expect it from you. They expect almost like an extravagance, or everything that they assume about who Leo is, and you're not giving them that, and they almost don't know how to feel about it, because you going on and on about your damn business, as if nothing has changed. They see change because they're only used to seeing you in a certain light, but it really isn't personal to them. It's just personal to you, and therefore it's something to be disciplined with, and a little reserved with. Okay. So I do hope that you enjoyed your reading as well as your birthday. Which Leo season ain't over yet, but I just feel like it's just recognizing, like, the value of things, the value of people, the value of experience, and also what the fuck you've been learning all this time. Whether it's other people's actions or your own. So it's a maturity here, and I dig it. Knight of Pentacles, like, slow but show, but there is a ripening that is happening. And you do want to have that feeling like you're in your prime anyway. So if you're in the stages of actively loving, loving yourself, loving what you're doing, loving your environment, the people you're around, what you do for work or career, and then you're actively healing on the inward, not on outskirts, but in internally, like you're all your bases are covered, and so you do still have this sense of stability about you. When it is time and healing those particular things, it is all healed up and the scar is starting to fade. There'll be something else to look at later on, but it won't have to be the same thing. And I think that that's the important part, that you won't have to heal this same shit again, because you more than learned your lesson with whatever it was. And fucking look at me like that. It's like, yeah, okay. Over here, you say, like, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, but it's not the most difficult thing you've ever had to do either. That's how I feel. So, like I said, I do have a sense of being proud of you and not prideful. It's not a prideful thing. It's just me being very proud to be able to see that type of energy for you. Because when I watch readings and I see, every fucking week is a great week, and or every other week is a negative week, it's like, golly, like, I don't want my emotions to be in flux. So sometimes it's just assessing, like, wow, these people really thrive off a high, 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 low, low, low. It's like, when can somebody just get a chill ass message and just like, even though it's an R&B romance reading, true enough, like, the beat of your own drum is really what makes it go on and on and on. And if your shit ain't beating right, nothing will go well. Nothing is going to sound right. Nothing's going to feel good. And that's what matters most here. And you fucking understand it. Like, I don't have to tell you that. I can confirm it for you, sure. I'm not telling you something that you don't know. The time is nearly right. Things are nearly ripe, but you still have work that you're doing. That you're, you know what I'm saying? You really chill. You comfortable, not complacent, but comfortable, and that's a very safe position for you to be in. I mean, what else is there? You don't want to rush something and it be bitter, and then you're like, well, fuck, I knew I should have been patient and took my time. Like, that. I don't have to tell you that. I think more so than anything, it's just people don't understand it, and therefore it's coming out in this message. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. I didn't want to make your reading an hour because it really it didn't warrant that. I can't cookie cutter the messages for you, or elongate or just douse and really just shorten. But I just want you to know that you're good. Emperor and Empress, like, it's a recognition. You know what I'm saying? So it's there, even if it's not being enacted on. It's there, but allow what you're doing to continue to drive you in the right direction, focusing on the things you love, because that's when love is the strongest. When you are very contented in what you're doing and proud of it, that's the most authentic state that you could ever be in. And that's when people are like, ooh, I love the way this person is enjoying themselves. Like, I really want to watch them enjoy themselves. Happiness is something to have for yourself, and allow another person to share in it with you, to allow them to see you be in that state of happiness, and vice versa. That's really, really foundationally what it comes down to. It's independent of, interdependent with, but not codependent on, if that makes sense. So again, I done tried to end this video already a couple times, and you see I just keep talking, but I'm gonna go for real this time. Okay, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.